Hello everyone, welcome to SRBPS virtual classes. I am your educator Ms. Deepthi. Today we will start our new chapter, our skeletal system. So let's get started. Now, the shape of an animal depends on its skeleton. Fine. So as I have written over here, the shape of an animal depends on to its skeleton. Now, as if I see, all the horses have same kind of skeleton. That means can we recognize an animal or a bird with the help of skeleton? Yes, we can recognize an animal with the help of skeleton. For example, all horses have same kind of skeleton. Similarly, all sparrows, all rabbits, all deer have same kind of skeleton. Now, the size of the skeleton varies according to the age of the animal. If you look yourself when you were a baby, the size of your bones were very small. Now, as you are growing with the age, now the size of your bones are increasing. Now, look over here. Can you see this dinosaur? Now, as how can we say that the dinosaurs exist in the ancient time? There were dinosaurs. How? Because when we dug out, we found some places the skeleton of the body, and that is with the help of the skeleton we can identify that this may be the shape of a dinosaur. Now, moving on to the next one, let's discuss about human skeleton. Now, human skeleton, it is a framework of bones. The bones inside the body are arranged in a definite manner. And if you look all the human beings have same kind of framework of bone. Okay, same framework is there in all the human beings. As I told you, in all the rabbits same skeleton, in all the sparrows may same skeleton. Similarly, in human skeleton, fine, same. It is same in all the human beings. Now, look over here. You can see the bones. These all are the bones. Okay. Now, these bones are hard on the outside. Fine. When you will see or touch, you will see they are quite hard. Fine. And the inner portion of the bones is filled with soft bone marrow. Okay. Remember, outside it is hard, but inside it is filled with soft bone marrow. And this bone marrow, it is very important because it leads to the formation of red blood cells and white blood cells. Red blood cells, RBCs and WBCs. Okay. Now, moving on to how many bones are there in an adult human skeleton. Remember, whenever there is a question, human skeleton, adult, fine, there are 206 bones. But if you compare with a baby is having more bones. That is approx 300 bones are there in a baby. But in an adult, there are only 206 bones. Okay. And as I told you, the size of the bones differ because like a tall person who is taller, he or she may be having a longer bones. Fine. But a person who is shorter in height, he or she may be having smaller bones. Okay. Now, the skeleton has three main functions. It supports the body and helps to maintain its shape. It protects the internal organs of the body like heart, kidney, lungs, and it helps the body to move properly. Now, moving on to the next one, let us discuss about the parts of the human skeleton. Now, first of all, we will be discussing about skull. You can see the skull. Yes, this is the skull. Now, this bony framework, that is what we are calling skull, it is a framework of head. Okay, and it is made up of extremely hard and strong bones. And remember, these bones cannot move because these bones are joined with the help of immovable joints, and immovable joint refers means those joints which do not allow any sort of movement. Fine. If you look at your skull, only the lower jaw is movable. Rest all the joints, all the bones in the skull are fixed. Okay. And this lower jaw, which is movable, it helps us to talk and eat. Fine. Now, the skull, what is its function? It protects our brain, eyes, tongue and ears. Next one, moving on to the vertebral column. Now, this vertebral column, it is very important part of our body, because if you are able to bend your back, that is because of vertebral column only. Fine. And it is made in such a shape that if it would have been like a stick, that means all the human beings would have not been able to bend themselves. But this is very flexible. Fine. This is made up of very flexible column of bones called as vertebral column, and sometimes another name also spoken, spine. The spine is a hollow tube which runs through the spinal cord. Fine. It is a hollow tube through which the spinal cord runs. The spinal cord, it is a part of the nervous system. Moving on to the next one, rib cage. Let us discuss about rib cage. Now, this is a rib cage. You can see now this is made up of 12 pairs. Fine. 12 pairs of curved bones. 12 pairs of curved bones called ribs. Fine. Together or collectively we call rib cage. Fine. Now, you can see these are ribs and collectively we called as rib cage, and the center one, this long bone at the center, this is known as sternum. We call it as sternum. Fine. The ribs are flexible bones. This is why we can move our chest while breathing. Fine. And this rib cage protects our lungs and heart. And this, that our full lungs and heart play a very important role in our body. Moving on to the next one, arms and legs. This is arm, this is leg. Now, each arm and leg have 3 long bones and several small bones. You can see in your hand and feet. Small bones are there. Now, the long bones of the arm and legs are hollow tube-like structure. These bones are quite light but extremely strong and are able to hold weight and tolerate pressure, and that is why we are able to carry our own weight. Fine. And lift additional weight while walking. Okay. And remember, sometimes the question is there, which is the longest bone in our body? This bone, this femur, it is the longest bone in our body. Thank you.